Hello, welcome one and all. The stage is set for an electrifying encounter here in the Under-17 Africa Cup of Nations. Tunisia and Somalia kicking off their Cup of Nations campaigns in what promises to be an intense Group C battle. It is Tuesday, the 1st of April, and the young Carthage Eagles are locking horns with the Ocean Stars at Stade El Abdi in Jadida, Morocco. What a brilliant setting it is. Both sides eager to make a statement in their tournament opener. And this all comes after that 1-0 victory for Senegal over Gambia, which set this group alight, really marking the occasion. For Tunisia, this is a long-awaited return to the continental stage. Their last appearance in the Under-17 Africa Cup of Nations came back in 2013. That's when they finished in their highest ever spot of 3rd place, showcasing their pedigree as a powerhouse of African youth football. Their path to Morocco 2025 was anything but easy, though, having finished 3rd in the North African qualifiers. But with the expansion of the tournament to 16 teams, Tunisia earned a lifeline and now has a golden opportunity to prove themselves once more against this team coming out of the bus right now. Home side for today, Somalia's young talents looking to make history. The Ocean Stars are competing in only their 2nd ever Under-17 AFCON after making their debut back in 2023. They'll be playing in their light blue kits, the Ocean Stars traditional, mimicking their senior men's side. Their journey to Morocco is filled with resilience and determination. It was highlighted by that hard-fought qualification campaign through the Kekafa zone. Despite being seen as underdogs, their rapid rise in youth football has made them a team to watch, and they're keen to announce their arrival on the big stage. For Tunisia, it really is a moment that they want to grasp with all their talents. The young Eaglets of Carthage having never won the Under-17 Africa Cup of Nations. Unlike their senior men's side, who have at least got their trophy, the team in red for today, captained by Mohamed Amin Belali, the number 4, and we might see his jersey. They come into the match as favourites, boasting a technically gifted squad, attacking threats like Anis Saidi and Aziz Shaban. A brilliant setting here, just a cool 19 degrees, as both teams look to get their campaigns up and running in the best possible way. Somalia, very much the underdogs, up against Tunisia, who want to at least get this going, rolling.
Here, we're known for our sense of service. It's all about finding ways to support you. Day after day, doing everything we can to be useful and providing energy in all its forms. Everywhere, every time, all across the continent.
Well, Somalia will be relying on their team cohesion and counter-attacking prowess to unsettle their opponents. It carries extra weight, this meeting between the two sides. It's the very first between Tunisia and Somalia at under-17 level. Tunisia entering the match as favourites once again. Just to reiterate, the North Africans will be aiming to control possession, dictate the tempo, and capitalise on their superior tournament experience. Adding further intrigue to this matchup, crucial role of youth development. Both nations, Tunisia has a rich history of producing top-tier footballers. The under-17 setup remains an essential pipeline for the senior national teams. For Somalia, the recent success of their youth teams signalling a new era of footballing ambition. They're hoping to inspire future generations to embrace the sport. The place in the knockout stage at stake. The opening match here in Group C is set to be a thriller, a contest full with drama, skill, and the hunger to succeed. We'll see if Tunisia's experience shines through, or if Somalia can pull off a stunning upset. As soon as referee Reginald Collins Amoa blows his whistle, we will see what transpires here on the pitch in front of us. Reginald Damboa making his first appearance as a CAF referee. Congratulations to him. He got in, hoping not to trip up there. But certainly embracing this opportunity with both hands and with his whistle. He's being helped by Cledwin Baloyi from South Africa and Nancy Kasitu from Zambia. There is a video assistance referee today. Abdelaziz Yasser Ahmed Abdelaziz from Sudan. And the assistant VAR, Brighton Shimene from Zimbabwe. Fourth official, Keren Yoshete from Seychelles. It's time now to hear from the national anthems of the two nations.
الزمن لقد صارخت في عروقها الدماء نموت نموت ويحيا الوطن إذا الشعب يوما أراد الحياة فلا بد أن يستجيب القدر ولا بد للملك أن ينجلي ولا بد للقيد أن ينكسر ومهد الحمى يا حماة الحمى هلموا هلموا لنجد الزمن لقد صارت في عروقنا
Really fired up for the occasion. We'll see if the regimental versus the melodic really shines through. Tunisia having arrived here on the back of their campaign, their qualifications in the Union of North African Football. That was held in November back in 2024 in Casablanca. They secured third place, finishing behind Morocco and Egypt. Initially, it didn't guarantee them direct qualification, but they do have to contend with the Somalia team. A brilliant back line and midfield. And it will be captained by the number 5, Liban Khalif Mohammed, just 14 years of age. Playing a traditional 4-4-2. We can see here the number 5, Liban, set to captain the side. Coach Mohammed Abdul Qadir Sheikhdon, who was appointed back in the final months of 2024, having arrived from his coaching posts in Sweden and now taking his team to greater heights. Anas Isse Mohammed lining up as the main striker. And then as for Tunisia, their 17-year-old captain, towering slightly over his opposite number. That is Mohammed Amin Ben Ali, as the two sides just take the toss here. Goes to Somalia. Of course, not playing in front of home fans and the sun, neither here nor there in terms of favouring a certain opponent.
want your players to be here, right? Yeah. You are taking the first kick, okay. Yes, you're here, you take the first kick, okay. Good luck, guys. All the best.
The communication underway. Hoping for a nice, clean match. A reminder that there is a video assistant refereeing team here. VAR very much employed for these players. As for Tunisia, it's a much older average side, playing three at the back. Mohamed Amin Ben Ali, Naim Telmoudi and Ahmed Ben Yahya. Five across the midfield, pivoted by Mohamed Aziz Shaban in the number 10, and then looking at Anis Saidi and Fedi Tayechi. Anis Saidi, a very recent addition to this starting lineup and the squad indeed. The number 9 coming from San Diego in the United States. That's where he plays his football. Also on the bench, a new addition to the list, Zinedine Hasni, the Nice player, the number 18. We might see him play right at the bottom of that list there. It's set to be a gripping encounter, certainly here in Group C. All of a sudden, a lot more riding on it after that Senegal victory over two-times champions Gambia. And how both sides would wish for a compelling start. Tunisia's under-17 team has a history of competitive participation. They've achieved 3rd place in 2013 and reached the round of 16 in the under-17 World Cup, both in 2007 and 2013. Now they get to kick off this game. Starting from left to right, Tunisia will be playing in the red kits and Somalia in blue. And we'll see how this match all unfolds. We can expect lots of Tunisian possession, starting off there for Mohamed Aziz Shaban. Now to the number 5 of Tunisia, Abdesalam Akid. The Somalians just all moving as a group, a very tight-knit structure, and that's what's enabled them to qualify with safe passage through to this tournament. 16 teams, let's remind you. And ball passed by Ahmed Ben Yahya to his defenders. And the captain, Ben Ali. One of several players who plays in Tunisia, who's stud Tunisian himself. Here's Ben Yahya. And he manages to get around the attacker, just pressing on him. And lucky for the Somalians, they managed to win a throw in here. Shaban, 16 years old and very much the pivot of this Tunisian side. You can expect most of the play to go right through him, such as the formation that Mohamed Amin Nafati likes to employ. There's another touch for the number 10. Playing it out wide to Naim Telmoudi. Going for a long diagonal. It maybe was a bit too ambitious to reach its target, but the Somalians don't gather the ball under control. And it's likely to go out for a Tunisian throw up the field. Mohamed Sheikhdon. This is his first real action of competitive African football after having qualified his team for this tournament. Really hoping to start as he means to go on. Just a free kick there. Clattered the Ocean Stars defender. Say defender, it was the number 9, Zakaria Yassin Osman, who just got clattered there in the back. The 9 on the 9. Anis Saidi giving a real striker's challenge to provide the Ocean Stars with a free kick. It goes deep, it goes long, and it's headed back into the midfield spaces. A pass there right now from Mazin Salema Es-Sefi. Back to the Tunisian defense. Akid manages to bypass the midfield, but that's good pressure by Somalia, just a bit too much pressure, in fact. Amin Nafati. It's going to be a good competition for him to test his strengths as a coach. Emphasizing tactical discipline above everything else and nurturing the young talent. Tunisia trying for a more direct approach, and they managed to keep the ball here. They should do so. Kept alive by Wasim Tisa. Tisa decides to go with a left-footed cross, and it's well headed towards the edge of the box. Somalia can clear their lines this time through Yasin Osman. Unable to keep possession of the ball, and Tunisia starting the attack again. The game starting in a pattern which we did expect. Sustained pressure from the men in red, and they managed to get it out into a wide channel. Possibly overran it there, Tayechi. But he does manage to get the ball in. Sliding tackle, clears the ball. Somalians anywhere will do for now, as long as they can put pressure on this Tunisian defense. Ahmed Ben Yahya just harried a little bit, but a bit more composure there shown by the FC Sochaux man, Wasim Tisa. Dancing through a bit here. We can just see this Somalian shape again, just guided with the ball. Well, that's an unconventional way to clear the ball. It does, though, result in a goal kick for Somalia. They'll take that every day. Anas Mohamed Abdi with the final kick into the Tunisian player. And a first touch now for Abdiaziz Ahmed. The goalkeeper for Tunisia, one of 4 players in the starting 11 to play for 20 December school. Neat sliding tackle, and this is good pressure being shown by these youngsters. Some tackles with intent early on. Back to the number 5 here, Akid. And Ahmed Ben Yahya interchanging between the two of them. It was suggested that Ben Yahya would play further up the field. And now that's a neat between the lines. This is better work from Tunisia. Excellent stuff. If they can find their man, and it goes straight down the throat of the goalkeeper. Mohamed Ahmed quite grateful to pick up that 1-2 with Anis Saidi. Looking quite interested. Again, a very good tackle there by Ben Yahya. Gets it to the feet of the striker, who curls it around. And this is a first opportunity for Tunisia, and an easy goal. Opening the scoring, Fedi Tayechi has got his nation up and running here in this campaign. The Club Africain striker took it on the turn. And they just carved through Somalia like a knife through butter. It was those penetrating passes right through the midfield. And the 17-year-old has his first goal of the tournament. Brilliantly picked up by Anis Saidi, playing it into the path of his striking partner. He took out 3 defenders in the move. And a left-footed finish from the number 7. Not much that goalkeeper Abdiaziz Ahmed could really do. It was just a very well-placed shot. And already it's looking like a daunting prospect for the men in light blue. Tunisia starting straight away again in possession. Ahmed Ben Yahya, the Tunis man, decides to go long this time, and it's neatly controlled on the chest. Golfing quality so far, but if Somalia can at least show some impetus themselves, they can make this a more exciting game. A notable size difference, and maybe the physicality also playing a part here. Anis Saidi, very physical up front, and just turning his defense. Centre-back pairing of Tunisia, though, might have to come in force here. Easily cleared enough, though, and Saidi will get it back to his goalkeeper, who takes a first touch. Just about ekes its way to the left-back. That pass by Slim Bouaskar, a 15-year-old goalkeeper from Italian side AS Roma. But he is an imposing 15-year-old. He is a big lad. Benyaya, who seems to be having quite a lot of the ball so far, gets it back to his centre-back partner, Akid. Sfaxian man to the number 14, Mazem Slama Sefi. As for US Montasser in Tunisia. And he's anchoring that midfield role again, and that pass through the spaces. Tunisia, a very well-oiled unit here. They're looking to get that cross in, headed back into the fullback position. And Somalia maybe can look for a break here. There's not many options here. Just biting at the heels, and that looks like a clear offsides, and we can't expect the referee to wave his flag. It does go to the goalkeeper. He has to make a save. And finally, it seems like the play will stop here. The flag going up a little bit late there. But as soon as that pass was played, we did think that it was just beyond the last defender. And assistant referee Nancy Kabitu calling that offsides there. So, as we approach 10 minutes here at the Stade El Abdi in El Jadida, it is Tunisia 1, Somalia 0, and the young eaglets from Carthage looking to add to that scoreline as soon as possible. Pick it up in defense here. Back around this time through Amin Ben Ali. And again, that channel working so well for the men in red. Comes out to the right-hand side. Wasim Tisa decides to switch play, and you can just see the sun getting in the eyes of the number 7, Fedi Tayechi. Here is the goal scorer again. Digs it into the path of the fullback. Still might grab onto this. Tayechi, if he can just look up and find his cross. Decides to play it short along the edge of the box. Tayechi does receive it again. He really is proving himself to be a nuisance. And another offsides, this time given against Tunisia. And that's a much more obvious one, being called by Kledwin Baloyi. A reminder of this second match in Group C. Tunisia 1-0 up against Somalia after that early goal by Fedi Tayechi, after some brilliant play from Anis Saidi. So Tunisia, lots of confidence, playing it to feet along the back line. And mixing up their pass as well as they get around the outside of the defender. Might just keep the ball in play as they dink it across the top of the box. And nearly looking for that strike there, Ilyas Dawoui, the number 6. One of the tallest players on the pitch there, Dawoui. And looking to employ that size. Just following through with the studs up there. Mazem Slama Sefi. It allows a little bit of a break, a breather for Somalia. Nice header, but it goes back into Somalia's path. And there's no communication between the attackers, and that allows Tunisia to clear their lines. A hoofed clearance themselves from the Ocean Stars defense. And a quick throw now from the Eaglets of Carthage, goes around the outside. Here's Benyaya again. Benyaya does brilliantly, gets it across the man. Somalia have to clear it, and that will be a free kick. A bit of a painful one there. And and looking for the foul, but in fact it was actually Abbas Ibrahim Noor, the Abdiaziz district youngster, who got clipped there by his Tunisian adversary for the match. Decide to play the diagonal and might just drop to Somalia here, but in fact Tunisia can clear their lines. And that's a better pressure being shown by the attack of Somalia. At least giving Bouaskar something to think about in goal. Foul given against the number 8, Abdikani Farah. So Tunisia again with the possession, looking to come inside and just play along the lines effectively. Another free kick going the way of the Eagles of Carthage. Tunisia with a strong track record in their opening games at finals. They've won 2 and drawn 1, achieving victory over Mozambique back in 1995 and Botswana in 2013. And it looks to be going that way again. That ball over the top, but they do manage to pirouette it for another throw-in. Very neat work again from Ahmed Ben Yahya. He's been showing his quality, the Es-Tunis man. There's the number 25, who's been full of life in the early exchanges. Plays back and it's cut out, and he'll get another bite at it. Here's Ben Yahya, decides to go for an early ball. Reaches the top of the box, but Somalia can clear. Nice little dink inside and dribbling to safety. They managed to do just that, and showing that they do have some technicality about them, but they swamped out of it by the attackers of Tunisia. Some great counter-pressing. They'll have to go all the way back to Slim Bouaskar in goal. Well, he does have a great boot on him. An excellent passing range as well. No wonder the Italian side, Roma, are keen to employ his services at a youth level. Let's see if Somalia can control it for their side. It seems like it goes straight back to the Tunisians, though. And another foul given, that time on Wasim Tissa. Reginald Amoa, having come through the referee talent program in the Confederation of African Football. Certainly enjoying the occasion, the 28-year-old referee. Tunisia coming again, managing to get the ball to some kind of a passage, but just when they needed to release it, goes for a Somalian throw. There are the Ocean Stars playing it across the midfield, looking for options out wide, but the ball hacked down the field and not finding any kind of a teammate. Talmuda. Calming the tempo down here, Tunisia. Ben Yahya in a more defensive position. And that's a better defensive effort. A foul there called on Anas Abdi's harassing. Once again, to reiterate, the age gap is quite prominent between these two sides. Tunisia with most of their starting lineup between 16 and 17. Somalia, their captain is just 14 years old. Of course, they won't want to see that as a reason to be going behind here. They will back their quality. Another throw in for the young Eagles. Managed to keep it alive here. And again, some excellent play down that left wing by Slama. The young Ocean Stars defenders just thrash it clear. Need work again through the lines that time. Number 6, Ilyas Dahoui. And it allows Tunisia to get the ball into the box, and just a bit of a hash of it from the goalkeeper. The Tunisians still have the ball. Tissa. And again, he's just driven through Douai. Looking for a long-range effort. And a strike from a good 25 meters. Does little to trouble Assis Ahmed in goal. But it seemed like that was more of a problem for the young Somalian goalkeeper. Maybe would have done better to just see it out for a corner. Just palmed the ball away instead of grasping it. And he was lucky to get his fingertips ahead of the on-rushing boot of Wasim Tissa. Could have spelt more trouble. As it is, it remains 1-0. Just under 20 minutes gone in this match in Group C. Oh, and he's had the ball stolen off of it. Now Somalia looking to come through and possibly equalize. It's brilliantly done. A first real test for Slim Bouaska, and he's passed with flying colors, the goalkeeper. And now Somalia have to be wary for a quick counter-attack by Tunisia. Brought out by Ilyas Dahoui. And now number 5, Akid. They're so good at this quick passage play. But some really complacent defense from the Tunisians. And it allowed Anasisa Mohammed to come in, and excellent positioning from Bouaskar. The Roma goalkeeper who was born in Rome, and now hoping that his defense can bail him out again. And they do just that. Here is Tunisia just crossing the halfway line again. Earning themselves a free kick. Headed back into the midfield, and finally Somalia do have the ball. Trying for a quick diagonal. It's just a need back into a dangerous area. Oh, and that's an excellent turn of play. Great applause there for Naim Telmoudi. Dahoui really is a midfield general, the number 6. Oh, what a piece of skill there from the FC Nantes player. Really having to show some strength there. Somalians up against their somewhat larger North African counterparts. This is Somalia's second appearance in the Under-17 AFCON finals. They've debuted back in 2023. Earning their spot through the CACAFA qualifying tournament despite that initial 3-0 loss to South Sudan. And now surging up the pitch. Anas Mohammed, who had that strike saved. A good one on target it was for the Ocean Stars. Trying to penetrate this Tunisian midfield, but they're showing good tactical acumen, as has always been the case under Mohamed Amin Nafati. And that's given away again. Here's Ilyas Diawy switching play out to the left wing. Picked up by Tayechi. Looking to take on his man. Here's Tayechi. Still might keep it in. Oh, that's excellent play, Tayechi. And just overran it. That goal certainly giving him confidence. We've seen a few of those pirouettes. Some excellent skill. And just the final pass lacking.
Want to play long.
Great conditions here in front of a 15,000 seater Stade Ben Hamed El Abdi here in Al Jadida. Now Tunisia, they have men out on this near side. Tisa. There's the overlap with his defender. As Ben Yaya goes into the midfield. Passing to Esefi. Now to Ilyas Diawy. Back out wide to Yaya. Bit of a tough one to control, and it's allowed Somalia to break. Osman fouled in the process. The Jinho FC man barged in the back. Was Mohammed Aziz Shabani, who was the guilty party there. Tunisia playing back to the defense. A very calm and connected Naim Talmoudi. Somewhat slippery surface here, might require some longer studs. But a very calm 19 degrees here, just south of Casablanca. Somalia looking again for that diagonal. This time they do find their man, trying to cut inside. That seems like another offsides. And that is a bit of a pity. It was from that initial crossfield pass. Good play there from Shabani to just switch it up. A thumping clearance by Bouaskar to the left wing now. Neatly chested down. And a free kick going the way of the Ocean Starlets. Once again, there's a clearer call. And a good one at that by Nancy Kabitsu. Well, some might call that a good, honest tackle there from Tayechi. But he did seem to go through his man. And that's why the foul was called in the end. So Tunisia, once again, asked to defend a set piece. It's unlikely that Somalia will try too much to go for an out-physical maneuver here. And look at this break at speed here from Tunisia. Tisa, he's just had it picked off his toes there by Zakaria Mohammed. The number 14 doing some defensive duties. Plays for Warta Nabada. And he receives the applause of his coach. Now, Somalia just growing into this somewhat through Anas Issa Mohammed. Little back heel finds the man. And again, just clattered. Fare right through Chabane. the Cup player back on his feet. A bit of a clumsy tackle it was from Abdikani Farah. Now Ilyas Daoui passes it straight to his opposition. Swathes of possession here for the Eaglets of Carthage. And just switching it up a little bit here with the long passes. Somalia trying to keep it on the ground, trusting in their technical prowess, which is what got them to qualify in the first place. Well, passed by Liban Khalif Mohammed. And the diagonal cut out by the header. A little turn, seeking the run of the attack here on the right wing. Still managed to keep it in, but ultimately, no, it does go for a goal kick. Hussein Ali. It was whose ball he claims went off the Tunisian. But it goes the way of the men in red. Akid now to his right back. Has it pinched off of his toes, and now Somalia earn another free kick, and this is a lot more promising. Just shows what a bit of pressure can do. Zakaria Osman, the man who was fouled again, the 15-year-old, going to ground, and he wouldn't go to ground unless he really felt the challenge. Barking orders at his defense here. Slim Bouaska, who's already been called to make a very good save. It'll be interesting to see if the young Somalian striker does go directly for goal. Abdikadir Hassan Atalil looking quite interested over the ball. The Batroka man is a right-footer. But quite a significant height difference between the defense and the attack. It will really require some good movement here from the light blue team. And it goes straight to the goalkeeper, as we did expect. And now looking to get that break in numbers as quickly as possible. They do come out on this right wing. Chabani, well, there was no one there, and that was real aggravation. You could hear it in his voice. Really should have made more of the pass there. Here's Abdi with a throw-in. Just a reminder of the score here. It is 1-0 to Tunisia. Thanks to that 7th minute goal by the number 7, Fedi Tayachi. His flair and creativity on the flank, providing width and attacking options for Tunisia, and resulting in that goal as well. So Somalia trying to grow in a bit of confidence here. Maybe even put Abdesalam Akid, as you saw in picture there, under a bit of pressure. It's going to be Anas Abdi with the throw-in. Headed out quite comprehensively by Tunisia, and they do earn a free kick to take the ball back into enemy territory. That foul there won by Chaban. It is great to watch Ilyas Daoui occupying that defensive slot there for Tunisia. Really does dictate the tempo. Everything seems to just anchor around his position. It's a neat cutting inside, but doing a little bit too much with it now. Somalia just to strangle the ball back. Round, and a foul will be called, yeah. Just catching out Mazin Slama El Sefi. Ben Yaya, who's been one of the more promising players for Tunisia so far. Here's Ilyas Dahoui. Just around the corner there. And it's still alive here on the left wing for Tunisia. Just looking to turn the defense, and they've done very well here. And it will be a corner kick. Seemed to be a bit of a sore one there for Abdikani Farah. But didn't look like there was too much in that tackle. This is Chaban. His impressive speed and ability to outmaneuver defenders has made him a significant threat, but it's the number 8 there in picture, Abdikani Hussein Farah, who we just worried about for a second. It looks like he is able to carry on though. These young under-17s are extremely durable. And it really does take a lot for them to go down injured and to stay injured. Maybe something that the senior teams could learn from. Nonetheless, it will be a corner kick and a routine which sees the Tunisians line along the edge of the box. Going around the outside, and the cross should be coming in. It goes to the top of the box, and a neat side-footed finish might be here near. Calling for the penalty kick and a foul. There's a whole lot going on in the edge of the box, but Tunisia, they're playing on. They might still have it, and finally the referee blows his whistle. Reginald Damoa calling for a halt to proceedings as Anas Mohammed is tended to. That initial strike though by Anis Saidi needed to go through a whole host of players. And that's why they were calling for the penalty kick. Very well struck there. Great technique along the outside of the boot. But the arm was deemed to be attached to the body, if we can say that. So no gap between the arm and the body, meaning that a free kick, or a penalty rather, was not provided. And it will be a drop ball to Somalia. Picked up by the captain, Liban Khalif Mohammed. Goes into the midfield. And, not much strategy with those passes as the Somalians quickly give it away. And now look at that break. Finally showing a little bit more adventure. The game opening up slightly at the end of this first half. And there's a 4-on-4 here for Tunisia if they can find their men. A decent turn. Oh, that's brilliantly saved. It was Ilyas Dahoui with the strike, finding himself suddenly in an attacking position, decided to go for it. And Adiasis Ahmed had to adjust his position. He was actually falling to the left. And made an excellent save there, you have to say. A 17-year-old doing expertly well to keep the score at 1-0. So the corner comes in here from Tunisia, a little back flick over the bar. Calling for the last touch, but it did clear it, and full credit must go to the 20 December school for producing a goalkeeper of this quality. Launched back into the midfield from that defensive position, and Somalia might come with it, but Tunisia quickly onto it in the mid. And they can play it back all the way to Buaskar in goal. He's got a monster foot on him. Look at that. It's already attacked the position of Somalia here through Tayechi.
Offside.
And we did wonder as soon as that goal kick came whether it would be flagged, and it has been done by assistant referee Cledwin Baloy. No matches, let's remind ourselves, between these two sides in history. It is the first at under 17 level rather. And now Tunisia, every single time they look to penetrate the lines, and Somalia have to be wary here. Oh, and he's just blasted it over. Anis Saidi should have done a lot better with that. He got his body positioning all wrong. It was just leaning back as he took on the shot. Did the hard part right. Needed a little bit more composure in the strike. That sliding tackle did absolutely nothing from Abbas Noor. And the San Diego man, a last-minute inclusion into the squad, unable to capitalize. At least he does have an assist to his name so far, but he was hoping to make it 2-0 before the break. Something that would have really helped the Tunisians along in their quest to qualify from this group. A group which does also contain Senegal and Gambia, so a difficult one at that. We'll need footwork there by Zakaria Mohamed. So now Somalia forcing some defensive pressure there from the Tunisians. The Salama Kid playing it straight into safety. So this throw taken by Anas Abdi. And despite the exasperated cries, the referee's not buying it. We are seeing some full-bodied tackles. Makes for good showing, at least a real competitive battle in the middle of the park. And here comes Somalia. All of a sudden, if they can get through, and it does require some good defense. And yes, well, that was a late one, and we might just see a yellow card. Indeed, it is the first of the match for Abdikani. Hussein Farah can't go in sliding like that without repercussions. That's a real painful one. Studs in the ankle. And lucky he didn't leave the ground there, because that could have actually been a lot worse. Abdikani Farah with the first booking of the match so far. Tunisia trying to find the strikers through a long ball. They might pick it up in the midfield again. They do so. Comes out wide. Now Tunisia looking really dangerous. This should be two. And Anis Saidi, the San Diego striker, just side foots it in. He took a very similar shot earlier on in the game, but it had to beat the wall there. This time, it penetrates easy as you like, and it's 2-0 to Tunisia. The Eagles of Carthage running away with this somewhat. Picked up in the middle of the park. And that ball by a selfie. No offsides. Managing to cut in, and a delightful finish by Saidi. after some neat work by Fedi Tayechi. Tayechi, who scored the goal, which was assisted by Saidi early on, has now provided the same player. Both attackers for Tunisia with a goal and an assist each to each other. And that's exactly what Mohamed Amin Nafati will want from his side. It's Tunisia 2, Somalia 0. And a big half-time talk required for the Ocean Starlets. An inquest into that defense. The referee just waiting to confirm the restart. Not immediately clear if there was any infringement, but it looks like we're good to go. Reginald Damoa in position, and he lets play go on. The goal has been given. It is 2-0 to Tunisia. And they really have outplayed their opponents, but only as far as quality in front of goal is concerned. Somalia have had some half chances. And Slim Bouaskar was required to make a real dominant save against Nasise Mohammed. Besides that, though, the game really going as we did expect. Plenty of possession. And a real physical battle being won so far by the Tunisians. So just coming up to the end of this first half. And Tunisia, well, if they can get a third just before the break, it would probably be game, set and match. Comes out wide to Tisa. And headed back into an innocuous position here. The foul is blown. And that is half-time, blown by Reginald Damoa. It wasn't, rather, apologies there. It did sound like the half-time whistle. But this will probably mark the end of the first half. The Ghanaian referee looking to his watch. And there you go. That is half-time here at the Stade El Abdi. Tunisia leading 2-0 at the break, thanks to goals from Fedi Tayechi and Anis Saidi. Saidi, who provided the first goal, and Tayechi, who neatly finished past Abdiaziz Ahmed. And then towards the end of the first half, it was Tayechi who became provider, allowing Anis Saidi to side foot for a second goal. And really placing the Tunisians very well in Group C. As the things stand, they are topping the group ahead of Senegal and then Gambia, and at the bottom is Somalia. But of course, there are still 45 minutes to play here in El Jadida. So lots of quality football, we do hope, will transpire here in the pitch in front of us. It's been a tough game for the East Africans. They really are against some quality opponents here. But hopefully we will see more competitive action as the second half plays out. It's 2-0 here in Group C in the under 17 Africa Cup of Nations. The game here refereed by Reginald Collins-Amour of Ghana, getting underway between Somalia, the Ocean Starlets, and Tunisia. A first ever meeting between these two sides, and it started so well for the Eagles of Carthage. The ball wrapped around to Fedi Tayechi, who just slotted past goalkeeper Abdiaziz Ahmed to get his side off the mark. A brilliant turn and passage of play by Anis Saidi to release his fellow attacker. And just calmly side-footed into the far right-hand corner. And the Club African man got his side up and running. And that was early in the 7th minute of the match, giving Somalia a lot to do. And they nearly came straight back away. Anas Issa Mohammed stealing the ball of the defender and then just lashing it straight at Slim Bouaskar. The AS Roma goalkeeper holding his ground. And as we reach towards the end of the first half, a brilliant save of Ilis Daoui, who advanced from a defensive midfield position to test goalkeeper Abdiaziz Ahmed. He was initially diving to his left and managed to adjust his feet and went down onto his right. A corner kick routine from Tunisia, and then the second goal would come. It was Fedi Tayechi this time, and a side foot finish again by Anis Saidi. The number 9 showing why his nation was desperate to employ his services. It's 2-0 at the break for Tunisia against Somalia here in Group C. just about ready to get underway for the second half here. Tunisia leading 2-0 thanks to Fedi Tayechi and Anis Saidi. A really straightforward game for the Eagles of Carthage, and now for Somalia they have to show a little bit of character, a bit of backbone to come back into this match. Still a fantastic setting here in Morocco as Reginald Amoa gets the second half underway. And straight away the Tunisians right in the faces of Somalia, earning them a free kick. It was Aziz Shabane. Some real intelligent play there from the midfielder, as we have become accustomed to. And Tunisia now again finding some attacking positions out wide to Anis Saidi, the goal scorer. Looks again into the center of the box. Some real haphazard balance from the defense, allowing the Tunisians to smell blood. And this is Mohamed Ahmed, Somalia's goalkeeper, with one of the standout moments of the match, that save against Ilyas Dawi in the first half. And it's really unlikely that they can get back from 2 goals down, but they are showing a little bit more drive in that move, particularly. Somalia breaking through. There seems to be a problem, though, for the Tunisian fullback. It is Mazen Slama Essefi, a 16-year-old who seems to be in quite a bit of pain there on the ground. It's just as he came down for that tackle. And it wasn't the best tackle, in truth. It's actually the number 14 who comes off worst. Well, Somalia, I'm sure the halftime talk would have been to just hang on to the ball for a bit more. The team arrived in Morocco ahead of the tournament and received a visit from the Somali ambassador to Morocco. It highlights the nation's support for their young athletes. And they've shown significant progress in recent years. They don't want it hampered by a result like this, and certainly Mazen Slama Essefi, he'll want to be part of this result for the Tunisians. Still looks to be in some kind of discomfort, the 16-year-old fullback. Tunisia playing with 3 at the back today, a 3-5-2 formation. They do have some defenders in their ranks, and certainly players who can play out on that right wing back position. Just testing out his feet on the turf as we get back underway. Tunisia currently down to 10 men. We'll see if Somalia can capitalize on that, but the Eaglets of Carthage winning a free kick will do them just about nicely. Out wide to Wasim Tissa. Nice little back heel, and well, they've got the same result, just 20 yards up the pitch. There's a bit of a sore one on Ahmed Ben Yahya. It's Liban Khalif who's just been admonished there. Trod on the toes. It wasn't the captain, of course. It was Abbas Ibrahim Noor who was guilty of that tackle. Now facing the sun or rather facing away from the sun at least. They're going to have to defend this Somalia, and Tunisia looking to put this game to bed. It's already turning into a fantastic first outing for Mohamed Amin Nafati and his side. Dawi, one of the really tall players there who can make his presence felt. It looks like it will be a left-footed in-swinger. We'll see how this transpires. Quite an interesting angle for the Tunisians. And the marked size difference possibly coming into play once again. There's the left-footed cross, and it goes straight into the box, and it has to be palmed out by the goalkeeper, and it's just headed wide. Slefi back onto the pitch. He possibly should have done better there. No hint of an offside, as Ben Ali was just running through, and then the header after the goalkeeper palmed it back and whiskers away from making it 3-0. Tunisia hassled off of it now. Somalia coming up. Zakaria Osman can't get his pass away. They still have it though. Anasise Mohammed, without looking up, he tries to direct it into the box, but there's no one there. And credit to the Tunisian defense, because they've come back really in their numbers, and it makes it almost impossible to penetrate that block. Tanmoudi just hustled over it by the number 9, Zakaria Yassin Osman. Just 15 years old, but he really is built like his older counterparts. Somalia's goalkeeper goes into the midfield, but it does come the way of the Ocean Stars. We'll flick around the corner. And Tunisia have it back, and look at them breaking in numbers. It's 4-on-4 here. They might get the shot away with the left foot. Looking across the goal, that should be 3. That really should be. Fedi Tayechi does win his side a corner kick, but he just needed to direct that on goal. All of a sudden, they found themselves completely outnumbering their opponents. The ball across by Tisa, and Tayechi on hand just about for a second, and he just couldn't angle the ball in the correct position. It will be another corner kick here. Tunisia looking very interested. Comes out to the top of the box. This time it's hung up in the air, and it goes straight into the post. Another warning sign for Somalia. And the Eaglets of Carthage. Well, just being forced back a little bit there. The referee playing on. And calls for a foul finally. It'll be good to go back to that one highlight, but Tunisia, they're not resting on their laurels here. Excellent play, and just neat touches, and looking to go through. And here's another free kick. Reginald Amoa taking issue with the way the Somalians are tackling. And they don't really have much that they can complain about there. A boot right in the stud, and here's that opportunity again. Another dominant header from the number 14. And the second chance in the space of a few minutes off the head from Mazin Slama Eslefi. Cannoning off the post. And the US Montasser man is just really unlucky not to get his name on the score sheet so far. But there's fewer better opportunities than a free kick from this position, especially because the goals are full size and these are smaller players at this level. So anything on target, and it really is a test. All the players away, and it seems like it is Anis Saidi, the 16-year-old, who's tasked with putting his team even further ahead. Saidi. He has an MLS appearance already this season for San Diego, and he's going to be drawing on all that experience in this free kick. Anis Saidi has to just wait a little bit for the referee to give the go-ahead. The former USA under-15 international being given the directive now from Reginald Omoa.
No. Hey. Viens dehors.
Did play 3 times for the United States at under-15 level, and it goes across the box. Tunisia trying to do something a little bit more creative, and they perhaps should have gone directly for goal. That will be a waste because it comes straight away out to Somalia on this left wing. Anas Issa Mohammed dancing through.
Police, he's ready.
They just need to get the pass away. Well, look at the long legs. He really is just like a lighthouse directing the shipping lanes there. The number 6, Ilyas Dawi. Excellent stuff. Now Somalia finally with a bit of possession here on the right wing. Hussein Abdullah Adli. Now to Anas Issa Mohammed. As well to keep it in play though. Does Naim Telmoudi. And as much as they contest that, the ball does remain in. And the referee not interested in giving a throw in. It still remains 2-0 to Tunisia. Finally, Somalia. This could be a good position for them. Cutting inside. If they can just get it into an attacking position, while the two players from the same side clatter into each other in an almost comical manner. We just hope that they're okay after that. But Tunisia, they're not standing on ceremony. Looking to get it through the lines here. Across into midfield. Picked up by Slama. Slama tries to chip it over, and yeah, should be a third. If they can just get it. Oh, again. And lashed in. Oh, it's brilliant. And it's offsides. Oh, Fedi Tayechi. He will wait for the confirmation from the VAR. But he did excellently to at least get it in. And perhaps was a little bit staggered and lazy with his running. Definitely not offsides in that first pass, as the ball came back across. But if you just look at the number 7, well, it doesn't look like that should be offsides. And this might be given as a goal. We will wait and see. Reginald Amoa relying on his VAR team, and it's going to be Abdelaziz Ahmed, the Sudanese VAR, who is going to be looking at this potential goal here. It certainly didn't look offsides from that second viewing, as the message is just relayed to the referee on the pitch.
Don't forget the signal.
And the goal is given. There we go. It is 3-0. It was excellent there from Fedi Tayechi. Employing the VAR to the best possible use. The this initial pass here from Mazen Slama Sefi was originally flagged as offsides. It was picked up brilliantly by Wasim Tissa and then lashed in. Absolutely bolted in by Tayechi for his second goal. And there's the celebrations. 2 goals for him, 3 goals for Tunisia. And you do feel that that's game, set and match as a first substitute is made. And we do expect the subs to start coming on in earnest here. It's the number 22 or for 18 and 11. That is Abdikani Said and Mohammed Ali. 2 forwards, midfield and a forward on the field of play. And Abdikani Hussein Farah as one of those to make way, as well as Hussein Abdullah Ali Farah, who was on a yellow card. So some attacking substitutes there from Mohamed Sheikhdon, hoping to affect things at this late stage, but it is already 3-0. 2 for Fedi Tayechi, 1 for Anis Saidi. Again, a great assist by Wasim Tissa there for the Tunisians, and the Eagles are absolutely flying. Let's make no mistake about it. They do deserve to be ahead, and look at this pace. Absolutely raw pace by Tayechi. Goes across the top of the box and a strike straight at goal. And that's down the throat of Abdiaziz Mohammed. Well, the goalkeeper for Somalia, he has been one of the best players on the pitch for them. Now Tunisia, again, they're in numbers, and this, you almost feel like every opportunity that they get at the top of the box will result in something on goal. This time, though, safely for a corner. Mohammed Ali, the D. Karan man on the pitch, as well as Abdikani Said from Gorowe. A reminder that the Somalian team rather, is completely made up of players who play in Somalia. Not a single overseas-based player. As all these Tunisians crowd around, this is definitely a routine right from the training pitch. Again, just shaving Somalia's upright there. And would you believe it, it's the number 14 again, Mazin Slama Sefi. He's had 3 headers, and they've pretty much all gone towards the same post, like a magnet. He'll be scratching his head, wondering how he hasn't at least slotted one of those. But nonetheless, it was a brilliant dig pass that set Wasim Tissa away for the 3rd goal. Tissa laying it across through to Fedi Tayechi, Club Africain man, making absolutely no mistake. But now Somalia earning a foul and preventing a break. The referee just calling for calm. He's had a solid match today, referee Amoa, on his debut. Hasn't got a single decision wrong, it must be said, despite all the protests that we've seen, all the demonstrations. Every single time that we've seen the replay, they have very much been validated. Here is Somalia just trying to chip it into a more dangerous area. Easily headed back out, and now again Tunisia looking for the quick breakaway, and it goes straight into the path of the Tunisian attacker. Coming back out wide to Naim Telmoudi. Tries to go around the outside and has to be played into safety by Abdikader Hassan Talil, the Batroka midfielder. Really taking out his man there. It's a painful one on the FC Nantes man. You could see he was in a fair amount of pain as soon as that tackle happened. just hope to see that he is okay. A real industrial tackle there by Abdelkader Hassan Talil. "65 minutes done, and the Somalian delegation looking on quite upset at that. And the first change for the Tunisians, well, a triple substitution. Wasim Tissa, Mohamed Aziz Shabane and Ilyas Dawi coming off. And Zinedine Hasni, who wasn't initially on this club list, this national team list, he's going to come on, as is Yassin Ben Mahmoud, that man in picture, a midfielder and a forward. Plays for Angers, Yassin Mahmoud in France. Likes to occupy that right wing slot. Going straight in. Somewhat surprised to see Ilyas Dawi taken off, but obviously Mohamed Nafati wanting some fresh legs. He's got lots of the group stage still to come. Also on is Saifuddin Haj Abdallah, another midfielder, the number 8. So some like-for-like changes, but looking to get more goals, and they can afford to do that, the Eagles. They've got lots of attacking depth. First touch there for Yassin Mahmoud. It's just passed straight into the midfield spaces. It's all quite bunched. Ball coming from Mohamed Amin Ben Ali, the captain. It's hardly had any need to be on the ball. Neatly worked through the midfield, and Mazen Slama Sefi getting the ball away. If he can find his men in the box here, Tel Moudi tries to go again, but he had to work it onto his weaker right foot. And that allowed Liban Khalif to steal in. The Tunisians just, it looks like they even have a little bit more fitness than the Ocean Starlets. As Anas Issa Mohammed tries to get it to the number 11 who's on the pitch now, Mohamed Ali. The 16-year-old forward, though, loses out. Have to be wary here. Somehow, all the luck just falling Tunisia's way. It tends to happen when you dominate your opponents. Sefi playing in the midfield and releases Tayechi now on the left wing, having initially been on the right. Yes, Tayechi going around the outside, goes again to the center of the box. He's really had a starring role there, the Club Africain man. Tayechi, flair and creativity on the flank, providing width and attacking options for Tunisia. It was just a bit of an uneven bounce that nearly caught Abdesalem Akid completely by surprise. Really has been quite a difficult outing for the 14-year-old captain of Somalia, Liban Khalif Mohammed. Baptism of fire for this competition. Free kick there on the number 10 for the light blue team. And back to a full contingent as well, Tunisia. It's about as comfortable as a result as you'll see in this first group of stage match here in Group C. That's a better quality delivery into a more dangerous area. It's played out though by Slama. And now Neat on the turn here. Mahmoud goes across into the midfield and tries to go right through. It might just find Tayechi. Tayechi, oh, it's excellent stuff. Anis Saidi for his second, and Tayechi for his second assist. The two attackers with some ingenious chemistry. All released by that pass of Yassine Ben Mahmoud. It really is some enterprising play from the young Tunisians. He looks to have held his line. No offsides there. Oh, well, there is a toe, and that might be flagged. A toe just offsides by Anis Saidi. It might be presumptuous of me to say so, but it does look like this could be brought back for offsides for the number 9. And it would be a pity for him, of course, because it was a great move. Desperation and exasperation from Somalia's goalkeeper. Well, it's not completely confirmed that this is a goal yet, and we do expect that it will be ruled out for offsides against Anis Saidi after that final pass by Fedi Tayechi. San Diego forward with his toe just beyond the last man, it seemed, from that final viewing. We will see, of course, what Reginald Collins and his VAR team decide here. Always such an anxious wait. But of course, when you're 3-0 up, it doesn't really have the same kind of gravity. Same kind of jeopardy. We'll see what this provides. This decision here. Goal check for offsides. And it will be a nice employment of VAR, video assistant refereeing here. Also a good experience for the young referee, Reginald Collins Amoa. Called to officiate this match, his first in CAF competitions. And really, it's a match which has seen quite a lot of everything. Just missing a red card, but we do hope that we don't see one of those. This goal check just taking its time, and we do expect that the additional minutes will be added on at the end of the second half. Looking at his watch and seeing how long this decision is taking. Need not take this long, to be honest. It's going to be made right now.
Okay. Yes.
Well, there will be a substitution in the meantime, though. And the goal scorer, Anis Saidi, he comes off. He's just waiting to see whether he scored 1 or 2 goals. Osam Zayed comes on in his place, forward from FC Zurich in Switzerland. The goal check still happening as we speak, and it's taken about 4 minutes at least. They'll want to speed things up here, both sets of players, just not to get cold here in this Al Jadida Air. Finally, the decision is made. No goal is the word. It is offsides. And Anis Saidi has to settle for just the one for the evening, having come off the pitch. Well, he won't mind too much about that, as long as it doesn't affect any kind of golden boot chances. I'm sure that he'll want his team just to qualify for the knockout stages. It still remains 3-0 to Tunisia. And Somalia with the world's biggest mountain to climb here. They do get a free kick though. And there is the toe of Anis Saidi, which we did say probably meant that it was going to be chalked off. Now Somalia looking to add numbers to the midfield. Talil turning well. Gives it to his number 14. Zakaria Mohammed nearly in the box from the man who turns 17 tomorrow. Oh, nice turn from the other substitute, Yassin Ben Mahmoud. Trying to release his striker. Just look at the size of Hossam Zahir against his defense. It really does make a difference at this age, and again wrangled about in the tackle. Zakaria Osman, who's now on the left wing. Just got a boot in the boot. Yassin Ben Mahmoud called back for the foul there. A rare touch in the 18-yard box for goalkeeper Slim Bouaskar in the second half. And that looks well offsides, but we will have play going on here. Zahir to the top of the box here. Tries to be toe poked out, and it will still come around to the right back position. There is a man injured at the top of the box here for Somalia. And the referee just halting proceedings again. Anas Abdi looks to be okay though. Again, that line, and it was going to be called for offsides in the event of any goal. So it was just poked through by Saifuddin Haj Abdallah. Somalia just searching, doing everything they can to try and at least test the goalkeeper for Tunisia, but all to no avail so far. Well, with the dying embers of the daytime here at the Stade El Abdi, Tunisia are dominant in their displaying. 3-0 so far. And Group C very much in their talons. The Eagles doing everything asked of them and making sure that they're washing away the Ocean Stars. A nice touch there once again from the substitute Mahmoud, but it seems like the ball was out of play, or at least he came back from an offsides position. Somalia trying with the diagonal this time, chested down by Naim Telmoudi, who's enjoyed some freedom on this left-hand side. Well, this doesn't look like it is offsides. He might have beaten the trap here, but for the goalkeeper. Well, Haj Abdallah seemed like he timed his run well, at least. But it was a great take by the Somalian goalkeeper. Just 10 minutes left of the match remaining. And it's difficult to look past any other result than a resounding Tunisian win. So much so that the defense has the capacity to drive forward before releasing a ball which doesn't quite go on target. Well, it is a pristine pitch here in Stade El Abdi. It's been great for the players to experience it here in Morocco. Probably won't be employed for the big matches in the African Cup of Nations. But nonetheless, we can expect some teams to be training here. Some more substitutes being ready. Bilal Al-Moudi from Shangani is going to be coming onto the pitch. And he's going to be replacing Zakaria Mohammed, who has found little joy. No birthday presents for him. Also coming up, Kader Hassan Talil in the midfield. And we will see Abdirahman Almi from Juba, a defender, marking his first appearance of this Under-17 Africa Cup of Nations in 2025. Somalia do have a free kick, which they'll look to get into the box almost immediately. It's a simple header out again. Somalia trying to switch it and unable to control on the first touch. Abdi hassled off of it. He gets it back here, the number 2. Crunching tackle, first off by Elmi. Neatly dragged back by Anas Issa Mohammed. Finally, some applause being heard for the Ocean Stars. The ball does come in. And if he can look up and find his players. Bilal Al-Moudi with his first touch. And desperate to keep it in, unable to do so. One of the few 17-year-olds in this Somalian side. Here's another substitute, Yusuf Mukhtari. We'll see if he joins his Club African teammate. No, he won't. One Club African player will be replacing another. And the 2-goal man, Fedi Tayechi, who's had a starring role today for Tunisia, comes off the pitch having done a really, really excellent job. Somalia somehow still with the ball, flashed across goal with the header. And again, a venomous strike by Bilal Al-Moudi. And a result still in Tunisia with the ball. Stays in on the byline. Well, we can still expect a whole chunk of added time after that VAR disruption. Nonetheless, Somalia showing finally some signs of intent. As Zakaria Yassin Osman is just bundled over. Although it seemed like it was from his own player. Somewhat fortunate to get that decision his way. Nafati, the coach of Tunisia, former player for Esperance Sportif, watching on here as his goalkeeper punches the ball quite authoritatively, and it allows the Tunisians to go on the counter. Mukhtari back to his defense. And Tunisia might come out with it now, going around the corner. was actually very neatly done by Anas Mohamed Abdi as a defender. And again from Slama, who's really had an outstanding game, now occupying the opposite flank to how he started. Yassine Ben Mahmoud. But it results again in a goal kick. French nationality as well, Mahmoud. One of several players in this Tunisian side with the dual nationality. They've decided to play their football for this nation. And they couldn't be happy to be out here in Morocco representing the red colors of the Eagles of Carthage. Just a bit of a snap at the heels of Zinedine Hasni. Played to safety, well, it seemed like it, and that's a neatly done around over the top. Slama has been in the action. Bring it back to Amin Ben Ali. And now into the midfield. Well, it seems like since Ilyas Dawi came off, Tunisia's just struggled to maintain some midfield authority. And it's been a really lively introduction by Bilal Alamoudi. Another free kick earned for his side, and wouldn't he just love to have contributed to a goal-scoring position here for Somalia? The final throngs of this match. We just want to see some sort of a test for Slim Bouaskar in goal. The Roma goalkeeper has only had one save of note to make. That was of Anas Issa Mohammed in the first half. There's the free kick. It gets passed across to number 17. Well, that is really a waste. Now Tunisia trying to get the ball back on the ground. Well, there's some tackles flying in, and this certainly will be a yellow. There's another challenge which won't live long in the memory from Mazen Slama Sefi. A really basic tackle, and it's seen Tunisia's first yellow card of the match. Both sides with a yellow each. And also just maybe reflecting on the sustained period of pressure that Somalia has put on the midfield in these latter stages of the match. It doesn't really matter though, unless a goal transpires from here. You wouldn't really expect Somalia to score from a position this far out. Of course, we have seen some exquisite goals. If we just cast our minds back to Benin. Oh, it goes out wide. Still unable to get it into the box, and might have a second bite at it, but no, it's going to be a handball against Anas Mohamed Abdi. Naim Telmoudi to take. Telmoudi still has the ball, and just look at that strength to get past his player. Game just slowly drawing to a conclusion here. The result has been a formality since the end of the first half, really. That man in picture, largely responsible for the result. Wasim Tisa, Fedi Tayachi and Anis Saidi, 3 standout players as 5 minutes of injury time are read out by the 4th official. Moody having to get his free kicker back again. The Ghanaian referee, who's had a standout first appearance in African football. Just asking for a retake and to calm down. Just say, wait for my whistle. And it does come now as we eat into this injury time at the end of the second half. A very neat touch there from Saifuddin Haj Abdallah. And it does result in a corner kick for Tunisia. I'd love to add some gloss to this result. A nice little cherry on top of the 3-0 cake. It's going to be taken here by Ben Mahmoud, right deep into the box, and it's just palmed down. A handball though, and a foul on the goalkeeper. Well, he had every right to go for that, but that's not really where the foul was called. Hooked away by Mohamed Amin Ben Ali. And now Tunisia, look at them in numbers. The strike should be coming around, and he must have done better, at least to get it on target. But Zinedine Hasni, it was actually Hossam Zayed who got his angles all wrong, with the casualty of a shin pad coming out there. But Tunisia's not done yet. Here's Ben Mahmoud. It's been very lively since coming on. And a free kick drawn right at the end of the match here. Another 2 minutes remaining to put Somalia out of their misery. Successful appearance as coach here for Tunisia's front man, Mohamed Amin Nafati. The ball does come in, and it's a very decent looking one. Had some good whip on it. Some Zaya again. It was who just ran across the goalkeeper, giving the referee a decision to make. Tunisia really haven't looked like conceding once in this match. With all respect to the opposition, no doubt that they will have tougher nights here. Here, Zaire. And it's brilliantly saved again. Abdiaziz Ahmed. He couldn't hang on to the ball, but the power behind the shot, it really was venomous. A neat turn. They have to watch out here, Somalia. They don't want anything worse than a 3-0 scoreline. It's Tunisia still trying to manufacture something right at the end. 20 seconds left rather. Possibly just enough time to take a shot at goal. A much better shot there by the Zurich striker. And once again, it's Yassin Ben Mahmoud. Looking very interested in this. Ball does go very long and deep, and far too deep. And you imagine with this move, it will be the final attack of the match. Already over the allotted injury time. And it's just a decision for Reginald Collins-Amoah to make here. And to end this match. Although Somalia, or maybe they might try a final effort, a final lash at goal. It's not to be. And finally, then again, Tunisia breaking in numbers. It's been a theme of this match. And a strike over the bar results in the goal kick, and now with 96 minutes on the clock. Well, it's still hasn't been blown yet. The sun is well and truly set here on Al Jadida, and the first match here in Group C for these two teams. And that is the end. It finishes 3-0 to Tunisia. A formality after that first half showing. 2 goals from Fedi Tayechi either side of an Anis Saidi strike. And it means that Tunisia climbed to the top of Group C with little but a fuss, having absolutely dominated their opponents today. In all aspects of the game, Somalia really didn't have a sniff, and you have to say that the Tunisians made the most of their physicality, their age profile, and their dominance, as well as their understanding of each other as a team. They played together longer, and the philosophy of the coaching team really shining through here. It's been a really entertaining watch as far as Tunisian fans are concerned. For Somalia, a lot of soul searching, and we'll see how things go in the other matches against Gambia and Senegal. Well, that's it for this match. We'll see you for more here in Group C in the Under-17 Africa Cup of Nations.
ميرسي بوكو. بالحق سونتيمون محلاه على الاخر. نحب نشكر اصحابي والستاف اللي كانوا واقفين معنا، واصحابي اللي كانوا ابليكي ماتش كامل، وهكا سي سا. حكينا كل شيء في الفستير، حكينا اللي لازم نكونوا نطبقوا لي كونسيني اللي قالهم لنا في الفستير. فوالا هذاك نطبقوا، نحن علينا كان في التيران نطبقوا هكا نابليك. ميرسي.